Except, when Hell Mode ends, it spawns a chest underneath the player as a reward for completing it. I only noticed when looking back at the footage that the supposed Hell Mode chest was nowhere to be seen, which must mean that Hell Mode hadn't been counted. But how did this even happen? Hi, my name's Simon, and if you have watched any of my previous videos on Deepwoken, you might know me from a couple of speedruns I did, or maybe from some of my older videos covering the S rank. Ever since I've taken inspiration from Always AFK, one of Deepwoken's most legendary speedrunners, I decided that I wanted to see how fast someone could speedrun the S rank. The only problem? Well, this speedrun is a different kind of long. Because compared to some of Deepwoken's other speedruns, they are short and heavily optimized over thousands of attempts to be only a couple of minutes long. And I, a dumb idiot, am attempting a speedrun that is at least 3 hours long, where I have to complete all of these objectives ranging from something as easy as catching a fish to killing the guardian of a drowned god and conquering Hell Mode. With that in mind, my expectations were pretty low. I thought maybe it would take me a good week or two of grinding runs to get something I was happy with. But, to my surprise, after just a couple of practice runs and a lucky streak of events over one 6-hour livestream, I actually managed to do something that I thought was previously impossible. I completed the S rank speedrun in a very respectable time of 3.5 hours. I wiped my character to see everything I had done and finally obtained the S rank badge, but the outcome was not what I expected. Over 3.5 hours. Did I do everything? Let's find out right now. Oh my god, look at the list. Look at the list. What? Wait! No way, I actually forgot something. What? Wait, I have everything on the list! What? Somehow, I had gotten A rank. Which means that despite all my efforts over 3.5 hours completing Hell Mode, getting a bell, crafting a master armor, and completing everything else in order to speedrun the S rank, the speedrun would be completely invalidated as I had fallen one achievement short and had gotten the A rank instead. I was completely lost on what had just happened. I thought that maybe somewhere on this checklist I had missed something, or maybe something had bugged. But how? I killed every boss. I cleared out Layer 2. I did Hell Mode completely solo in the content creator private server, where the spawn rates are much higher for mobs normally, without brick wall, something that's seen as essential for Hell Mode. And I completed every other miscellaneous objective, big or small. Something didn't feel right about what had just happened. So I went back through the video slowly and checked everything I had gotten off until there were only 2 achievements left out. Hell Mode and Floor 1 without a light hook. By looking at the video footage though, we could theoretically cross off both, as I had jumped into the void and completed Floor 1 without a light hook, but we had also just completed Hell Mode on stream. So maybe it was some sort of rare bug affiliated with completing Floor 1 without a light hook. But I already completed Floor 1, so it couldn't have been that, right? Or maybe it was a rare bug with Hell Mode, but you can see that the monster counter was down to 1, and when we killed the last mob, my health bar went up, and the event immediately ended after, so it can't be that either. Except, when Hell Mode ends, it spawns a chest underneath the player as a reward for completing it. I only noticed when looking back at the footage that the supposed Hell Mode chest was nowhere to be seen, which must mean that Hell Mode hadn't been counted. But how did this even happen? Around 20 minutes prior to this, I rang the Hell Mode bell and immediately started ice skating over to another area. You can see that the screen stops shaking here around this specific mark at 3 hours, 11 minutes, and the 1 second mark, signifying the actual start of Hell Mode. This will be an important detail in a minute. Now, Hell Mode is never usually that difficult or risky whenever you have a group of people to do it with, but facing it on your own makes it quite scary, especially when the spawn rates are 3 times higher than normal. The gear you have is pretty subpar, and when you could be knocked into the void at any moment. Of course, though, I had a pretty solid strategy to counteract most of these issues, which was staying near this area of Castle Light. It's pretty favorable for manipulating the mob spawns, being open yet decently narrow, while also pretty far away from the void. as well as there being plenty of walls and structures to block the monster's view, so that I could lure only a specific amount of mobs I wanted to fight and slowly pick all of them off. The only problem is that the spawn rates are sometimes a little slow in this area, which is fine under most circumstances. However, Hell Mode has a hidden 20-minute timer that starts ticking down as soon as the event starts. As soon as that timer ends, then the event will end early before you can complete it. And if we go nearly 20 minutes ahead after Hell Mode had just started and slow down the footage a lot, you can see that we had killed the last mob, giving us a huge influx in health. But 57 milliseconds after the fact, the Hell Mode timer had reached a 20-minute mark. And since Deepwoken only has a slight amount of delay between giving you a health pack for dead mobs and when it actually counts the mobs as being dead, the 20-minute timer had ended the Hell Mode event just a couple of milliseconds early before we could complete Hell Mode, ultimately killing the S-rank speedrun. Ah, are you kidding me? I did all that and I forgot something. No way, man. There's no way. I did everything. On the brighter side, you got 332. Just change the title from S rank to A rank? Oh my god, bro, I might have to. I'd like to give a special thanks to everyone who showed up to the live stream, as well as special thanks to Epic Cool Guy, Incel MRC, Jim, and Tofu, as well as my YouTube members Terminating Taco and Rain_SQ. I'm trying to speedrun again live next Friday around 5 to 6 p.m. EST to hopefully complete the S-rank speedrun this time. Hopefully I won't be a couple of milliseconds too late and then have to do this again, but at that point I'd rather just bawl my eyes out. But anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day and have a good one.